I want you guys to make some noise, because our first guest that's coming out here is known as a spectrospeck-gazing, narco-catching, and all-out awesome Ravenclaw friend of Harry Potter and the films, Lovegood. Our next guest brought her fierce film knowledge and film fashion sense to the set of the film series. Please welcome the lovely Evanna Lynch to our panel. Gryffindor beaters, successful Diagon Alley merchants, Hogwarts dropouts, Order of the Phoenix members. These are just some of the terms you could use to describe the characters they played in the Harry Potter series. Please welcome to the stage James and Oliver Phelps! Now we first met our next guest on the screen right after he was sorted into Gryffindor at Hogwarts and followed along with his character Seamus Finnigan as classmate and roommate of Harry Potter. His on-screen specialty, levitating feathers and blowing up bridges. Please welcome to the stage Devon Murray! Last but not least, our next guest brought his character stumbling onto the screen as he reached for his lost toad Trevor. But before long, Neville Longbottom showed us he was a real force to be reckoned with. Now it would take a true Gryffindor to pull that out of a sorting hat. Please welcome to the stage, Matthew Lewis! Guys, welcome back. How's your weekend been so far?
Yeah, wicked. It's been so cool. And it's just great to see the excitement in everyone in the room. But you wouldn't tell that it's a Sunday afternoon, and everyone's still having a great time. So we're really glad to be part of this.
Great. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up questions for you guys. We have Jason out there, we have Julia up top, we have Aaron right here, we have Steven up top over there. They're the ones that are going to be fielding the questions on the audience. I'm going to kick this off. So far this weekend, what's been your favorite experience? You guys can go down the line if you want to. What's your favorite experience this weekend so far? We're going to start with you, Matthew.
We were very fortunate enough to go and see some of Diagon Alley. It's a bit of a construction site at the minute, but we got to see a bit of Gringotts and all that kind of stuff, and that was pretty special. That little sneak peek. I mean, it's going to be incredible when it's open, but just to see that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think Diagon Alley was amazing to see, but I also enjoyed, coming and doing the question and answers with everybody, just having fun with everybody really, and going off on the rides, of course.
Yeah, for me going around on all the rides, like especially going back on the Forbidden Journey, I forgot the level of detail in that. And last night we were able to go on the Jewel and Dragons in the dark immediately after each other, it seemed a really good idea at the time.
It's never a good idea.
Just going to echo what Matt and Dev has already said. So I can't choose it, but also it's been cool just for the 5 of us to be in the same room again for the first time in 2 or 3 years. That's cool.
I had a really good time last night at the party, the celebration, because, we come in here and mostly you come to the Wizarding World and it's great, it's fun, but it's a lot of muggles. But yesterday everyone was in robes, and it was just didn't really felt like, Hogsmeade, and we were all wizards together. It was awesome.
All right, going on to you guys. Now, Jason, what do you have?
I am here with Haley from New Jersey. She has a question for everyone.
If you could create a Hogwarts house, what would you call it? What animal would represent it? And what kind of wizards would fit into the house?
Wow.
I would go with, trying to think how far random I'm going to go. The mascot would be a hedgehog. And it would be called something like, can I bring Evanna into it? What do you think a hedgehog would be as a house? Hedgehog. Well, neither am I. Yeah.
Steam back. You've got to be really hedgehogendor.
Yeah. Hedging. I don't answer first. But okay, to be in there, you've got to be really just not aggressive, just kind of chilled out, get on your own business, and then you kind of just protect yourself and everyone around you.
All right, Julia, what do you got?
All right, I have Clarissa and Lena. They are from Orlando, and they have a question for James and Oliver.
Did you guys have any on-set shenanigans?
Yes. Yeah, we had a good laugh when we were filming all of the films, really. And I think that was like the license of the characters as well. Like any 14-year-old lad would want to hear is muck about, enjoy yourself, have a laugh, and we thoroughly embraced it, and that probably set into our own personal characters. I'm trying to think of any shenanigans what we can talk about. Maybe James in his hedgehog house would like to help out.
Still working on that answer.
It's going to come back like 20 minutes later, you're going to have a brilliant name, we're going to go, what?
Yeah, exactly. I'll be on the plane on the flight home and I'll just shout it and see it.
Person next to you is going to put their headphones on.
Not him again. I'm trying to think of shenanigans that we did on set, which there were quite a few. But actually one I kind of did the other day right here was Devon went to bed before me and he left his breakfast card out on his room. So I edited it.
A lot.
So Devon's small omelette was a very, very large omelette. But the note said, unfortunately, we're not able to provide you with the goat milk and the large bottle of vodka, which you also want.
Just because I'm Irish doesn't mean I'm going to get wasted in the morning. Not all the time, anyway.
Stephen, what do you got?
I have Nikki from Orlando with a question for the panel.
I have a question. My question is, what was your favorite memory that you have from filming all of the movies?
Ooh, favorite memory. Matthew.
Wow, on the first film, I was sort of about 11 years old. I went with Dan and Rupert and David Heyman, the producer, to the wrestling, the WWF as it was back then. And as like an 11-year-old boy, that was just like a real dream come true. Being able to go with Dan and Rupert was really a lot of fun. And we got to see The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin and these guys. That was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, for me, it would have been on the first Harry Potter as well. Myself and Robbie Coltrane decided to pull a small little prank one day. So we were in hair and makeup, and he called me over and he put band-aids all over my face. So I went into the hair and makeup ladies and they absolutely flipped it. They're like, oh my god, Devon, what's out there happening? What's up? So they had to call down David Heyman and David Barron, the two producers. And I just thought, oh my god, ground just open up and swallow me whole. I was absolutely terrified. So, yeah, that was great crack. What? That was one of my favourite moments, yeah. Just to see Robbie Coltrane get redder and redder and redder and start to sweat.
Just pushing the buttons. Anyone else?
My favourite moment was the Your Ball scene in the Goblet of Fire, just because it was the week before Christmas, so we were all getting in a very festive mood. And we'd actually been having dance lessons for a month, 3 weeks beforehand or so. And it was actually good to be able to actually do what we've been learning. And then, unfortunately, it didn't make it in the film, but the Weird Sisters band was basically Jarvis couple with the rest of Radiohead, which was pretty sweet. And they made some songs, and it was like a concert. We didn't know what was going on, but we were talking to them beforehand filming. And then when we actually watched this gig, they had almost pyrotechnics going on at the back of the stage, and Warwick Davis was crowd surfing. It was wicked. It was so cool, so cool.
It's awesome. All right, let's see Aaron.
I'm right down here with a question from the fan page on Twitter.
Hi guys, this is from the Ask HPcast hashtag. If you could hide one thing in the room of requirement, what would it be and why?
My breakfast menu list. And the reason I don't want James robbing it and ordering goat's milk and vodka.
I don't have that for breakfast, that's my clue as well. I don't know. I've got to be honest. All the questions we've been asked this weekend from you guys, and all we've got a generic answer for the questions which we've heard all the time, but we've never heard these questions before, so that's well done.
I've literally no idea. I don't know. Probably my car. I just like, someone scratched my car the other day. I had to get it resprayed. I was really mad about it. So I'd probably hide my car in there so no one can touch it.
Gotta get that dragon, man.
I'm going to say my golf clubs, actually. They're, when in doubt, I play golf.
I'd probably just hide myself. I quite like getting lost sometimes, and like people always say they want to have a pause button. It's kind of that. It's like everything's too much. I'm gonna go in the room requirement, and I'm kind of dramatic. I sometimes like hiding just for the sake of it, and people freaking out, and then be like, I'm still here.
Good luck. Jason.
I am here with Sandra from Tampa.
First, I'd like to say it's a pleasure to be in here with you. If JK were to continue the series, which we all hope she would you all want to play your characters as adults and maybe professors at Hogwarts?
I'd love to, that ain't going to happen, so.
Just waiting for the call. I'm constantly dropping hints on Twitter. When they announced the new Fantastic Beasts movie, I was like, hi, I'm still here! Still available! I actually offered to play Crumblehorn Snorkack, so... And they responded, they said they would. So yeah, anything Harry Potter, I'm free any day.
Just gotta go to JK's office and hide and then pop out. Here I am! What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, if the script was great, which of course it would be, then I'd be more than happy to do it. I mean, it's been an incredible part of my life, and I get to, on the back of it, I've been able to come and do events like this and meet, all you wonderful people. To prolong that anyway, absolutely, yeah, sure.
Not that kind of show.
Oliver, what about you, man?
Yeah, definitely.
Good answer, Julia.
All right, I have Jamie. She has come all the way from Canada with a question for Evanna.
Hi, really quickly first, I'm not sure if you heard me last night. James, you have magnificent hair. Evanna, my question is, obviously you were Luna Lovegood in the Harry Potter movies, and you also got the chance to be Luna in a live production with Star Kid, a Harry Potter. So I was just wondering, which did you prefer, performing the role for film or for theater?
I can't win with this answer, can I? By the way, Warner Brothers, that wasn't a paid production, that was just for fun. But yeah, I've been great friends with the Star Kids for a while since I met them, and I really love what they do. I was a huge fan of musicals, and yeah, any excuse to play Lovegood, I'm always game. I mean, being on the films, it was more in-depth, and it was like, it was more canon, basically. The Star Kid, I mean, Luna doesn't smoke, let's be real. It's a bit sacrilegious, really. But no, I have to say the films, because it was true Luna, and it was, everyone was working so hard to preserve J.K. Rowling's work and to do the best they can for it, and Warner Brothers really enabled me to do my portrayal, and like everything from the costume to the look of her, and just even like things on the set, like the dance, they let me create all that, and that was just so fun. And the fact that J.K. Rowling was involved. Star Kid was a totally different experience. It was 100 times more nerve-wracking, if you would believe, because it was a live audience, and they were probably 10 times crazier than all of you. No offense. And it was just, yeah, it was fun, and I didn't take it seriously. So completely different, but both really cool.
Stephen. Hi, I have Renee from Vancouver, Canada, and she has a question for anyone on the panel that would like to answer.
I just want to say I love you guys a lot, and my question is, if a movie were to be filmed about your lives, which actor or actress would you love to be played, to portray you, I should say?
That's cheating.
Definitely save on budget first, yeah.
We'll definitely save on budget.
Devon, would you take on my role?
Yeah, of course I would.
Same way.
I was just thinking to myself, who could I have playing me because I'm so short? So, Danny DeVito.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, exactly.
I have no idea. Who's really good at the minute? Michael Fassbender, he could do it. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And you guys? Aaron.
All right, we have Amanda from Maryland here with a question for Evanna.
First of all, I do want to thank all of you for being here. Evanna, I have read that you helped the cast and crew with questions a lot because you were such a big fan. About how often did you have to help with all the Harry Potter related questions?
First of all, they didn't really ask for my help. So I was just one of those fans I nitpicked, and like they were great for it. Like they wanted me to give that, and they were so passionate about it, everything being precise and all the detail. But no, just things like say for Luna's hair, they wanted it to be like mousy, and I didn't want that, and I said no, it's like ethereal and it's wrong. And I don't know, just you guys go into that. They just asked if it was just fact checking. They needed me, I was there, and yeah.
And it definitely came in help when we were doing interviews, especially we were like a live event at the premiere or something like that. I think we were in Paris, and we had to, and it was like the largest 3D event. Was that Paris? It was, anyway, foreign territory. And we were asked, like, what's the best spells? Right, and obviously you get the normal ones that we use a lot, and by the end of it, even, you got any, like, if you had a spell to use, what would it be? And so we have some really good artifacts or something back in the head, but yeah, she said amazing stuff.
Basically, covering their
There it is in a nutshell. Jason.
I'm way over here. I'm with Veronica from Kansas.
I would love to know what each of your favorite candies from Honeydews are.
Evanna, if you had a favourite candy.
Well, I think you like Fizz and Crispies.
I do, you know.
You really
I really do.
I think chocolate frogs.
Last time I was here, I kind of OD'd on fudge. I saw it yesterday and I was like, oh, it looks so good, but I was tainted in my mind, but yeah, that was really good stuff.
I love the bonbons. Are they called the exploding bonbons or something like that? They're amazing.
Julia?
All right, I'm here with Katie. She's from Sebastian, Florida.
If you haven't gotten the character that you are, which other character would you have wanted to be?
Right.
I think Sirius Black would have been awesome. I think I said that the other day. That's it's just Gary Oldman's great as it is, but he's just such a cool character, got the rock and roll hair and all that kind of thing. I think it would have been a great character to play.
As an 11-year-old though, how would that have worked out for you?
I'd have pulled it off.
I'd love to have been a house elf. They just seem to have fun. They were cute. And I mean, I have the squeaky voice and the height and everything, so yeah, I actually did, when I think I was 8 or 9, I played Dobby in a school production, and it was really successful, but no one could hear me because my voice was too squeaky, so.
James, dare I ask?
Probably best not. Hippogriff, maybe? There you go.
Good choice. That's what I would have done, right? Stephen.
I have Jemmy from St. Augustine.
If you were an animagus, what animal do you think you would be?
It's like they know you.
Pink one.
You can't see each other this time.
I'll go with a hedgehog.
Do you have a name for it yet?
Well, I did have one living in my garden last summer, and I called him Sonic. But then there's another one, so I called him Boom, so he had Sonic and Boom.
Maybe combine those and make that your house name.
Yes, I can.
I think I'd just be a dog. Just simply because, you know when they stick their head out the car window, it looks like you couldn't possibly ever have as much fun as that. And more people should do that.
I think mine would probably just be a horse, because the horses are what I do at home, and that's one of my true loves are horses. So.
Imagine how many accidents there would be if everybody drove down the road like...
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, Stephen. Oh, Aaron.
Austin, I'm back here. I have Susan from Birmingham, Alabama, with a question for the group.
Hello. First of all, I've really enjoyed seeing you all this weekend. My question is, what did each of you do to prepare for your auditions, for your roles, and also for your parts after you got the roles? Anything you need, or just whatever you did?
Wow. I was already a huge fan of the books before my auditions, so I'd read the ones that had been released up to that point. And I think I went back and read through a couple of them again before my audition. In terms of getting into the character of Neville, I don't know really. I mean, the source material was so good. You know, what Joe wrote for every character was so vivid, and the universe was so rich. that really, if you ever struggled, you just had to go back to the books. That's all I can really say, because it was just all there. And so whenever I was struggling finding a moment, I'd just dip into the novels and immerse myself in that world, and that always really helped for me anyway.
Mine, the open audition, they didn't release any material, any script or anything. It was just when we got in the room, and I also, like, my work was done, even if I just didn't have to do anything, just wrapped up. And it was, so they gave us the script in there, and it wasn't until the screen test. The screen test was when I had to prepare for, but not the acting side, not what you would think. I was like mentally preparing myself because I was a huge fan, and they told me that Daniel Radcliffe and David Yates were going to be there, so like, I knew that it was going to be, it was my fangirlness was going to get in the way of being a professional. So probably like the night before, I was talking to my posters, being like, you're just people, you're just normal people. Plugging myself into it. But no, it really, like, and it's been funny going on to do other projects that aren't Harry Potter since this. I've been like, whoa, you actually have to do research, damn, because it was just being a super fan and knowing the books inside out. I felt 100% confident in what I wanted to do.
Excellent. Jason?
From Virginia, I have Anna and Julia with a question for James and Oliver.
Have the directors mixed you up?
Mike Newell was probably the worst for it to begin with. He was like, Jamie, I'm Oliver. Of course you are. And it kind of, it did. And then I think, unfortunately, like as the films went on, especially when Fred and George leaves Hogwarts, if you notice, they're dressed similar, but in totally the opposite colours or something. So that may be something involved in that as well.
I think we also I remember we had a little chat with the guys who makes, the people who make the decisions upstairs, that we kind of wanted to show that Fred and George were individuals, not just twins. That's kind of like a trigger word if someone just calls us twins, like we're James and Oliver. So we think that we kind of have a duty to other twins out there to show that they are individuals, and so I think that was quite cool. That we were quite happy when the costumes were slightly different.
Julia?
All right, I have Ollie with me from Boston, and she has a question for the panel.
First off, I would just like to say that I'm also a twin, and this is my twin right here. But I also was wondering, what was it like to sign your first autograph?
I think it was my tax return. It was really funny.
For a fail.
It was really surreal. It was at the first premiere. No, it wasn't. It was when we were filming, we would all sign each other's Potter books. And it's amazing, actually, if you look at the first Potter book, what we've got, and then we kind of did it every year. And then you look at the first one to the last one, the signatures are totally different. But it was quite a learning curve, like doing all that type of thing, but it was pretty surreal.
I found it weird as well. I just felt like, ooh, why do you want mine? And also, the books were sacred to me, and I was like, I can't deface it, I can't write on it. I remember like when I met J.K. Rowling afterwards, I was like, I'm really sorry for writing on them, but like, you can't just, I don't know, I just feel like it's her work, we just shouldn't touch it. But they're shoved in your face all the time, so you get over it. But it is really surreal, you're kind of like, oh, you got the wrong person.
My first autograph was amazing. We were filming on the very first Harry Potter, and we were doing one of the Great Hall scenes, and with that, David Heyman, the producer, brought me around to meet Richard Harris for the first time. First of all, Richard Harris kind of gave out to me for being in a movie called Angela's Ashes, because he's originally from Limerick, where it's based, and he was saying, it doesn't always rain like that in Limerick. So we had a bit of a barney over that first, and then he asked me would I sign something for him. I was like, what? Me sign something for you? Like, yeah. I was like, alright. So like, my first autograph was D-E-V, like I spelled my name out properly. And now it's kind of like, blah, 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 blah. Like You can't read it now. I changed my autograph again yesterday because I looked at my old one and I was like, I don't like that anymore.
My first it was a picture. I was signing a picture of me, and I didn't know what the dumb thing was, and I just scrawled right across my face, right across it, and then because I'm left-handed as well, I just smudged the whole thing, and it was just crap. I'm so sorry. Here you go.
I'm sure they didn't think it was bad. My one was really, I remember I signed it, but it was like really tiny, because I thought, well, you don't mind, do you? I'll do it just in case you like an afterthought. But as time goes on and egos get bigger, now I'm like spray paint the whole wall.
Stephen?
This is Katie from San Diego.
I was wondering if you could use the Accio charm to summon something right here, right now, what would you summon and why?
You know what we were saying earlier about new questions?
I think they're just doing it to stump you now.
I'd summon the toilet because I'm dying for a wee. Legs are crossed.
I would summon a wall for that.
Summon myself backstage.
I might not say my dog. I looked at my dog here, so yeah.
Don't do anything, I'm cool. Happy.
There it is.
Hey, Carol. Yeah,
Why not?
Super important writing projects. Yeah.
And then you can ask about it. You're like, hey, I'm still here.
No idea you're here. I didn't do anything.
How can I top a toilet and a dog? I've got nothing. I don't know. Probably some dairy milk. Some Cadbury's dairy milk chocolate. Whenever I go out of England, I always miss that. So.
It was close to topping it. Aaron.
I have Veronica from Philadelphia with a question for the panel.
Hi. If you could write another Harry Potter movie, what would it be about?
Neville Longbottom.
Interesting. Tell us more.
No, just it's a title. Just Neville Longbottom.
It's about hedgehogs.
Yeah, it could be in there. Could be in there. Just so I've got a job, really. Okay.
I think they'd go see that. You had them at Neville Longbottom. Anybody else?
I'd be the same at Luna Lovegood one. I'd like a Luna Lovegood sort of safari adventure where you see that. Because I don't like how in the books you don't ever see Luna's imaginary creatures, and because I don't think they're imaginary, and I kind of would like her to have one of being like, yeah, suckers, they were real, you know?
In your face!
Yeah, in your face. Yeah, just a book where you meet them all and they all tell you wonderful things. Kind of like a Pokemon Harry Potter crossover.
James, mine would be about the new house at Hogwarts featuring a hedgehog. Because they're going to accept an international wing for like the sixth form or like the college year, like high school. So I need a new school, a new like house for that. Still working on a name for the house though.
Oliver? I think it would be, again, about my character George, but it would be about him, and he's gone on from being very successful with the Weasleys, Mr. Weasleys, and also done like a Donald Trump and done like an apprentice-style show, where all these applicants or dropouts from Hogwarts can like sign up, and they try and they have to do different tasks, and one of them gets to manage the news store.
What would your catchphrase be?
Morning. And like, you can do that loads of stuff, like the hair and everything going on there. Perfect. Devon.
I don't have to write about Seamus Finnigan then. Everybody else is writing about their own characters. So, what could Seamus do? He could go off and, as I keep on saying, blow up more stuff, demolish buildings. He finally, somebody just said it there, he finally turned water into rum. I'm still trying to master that, but still water.
They didn't even help you out with the breakfast order either.
Oh, exactly.
All right. Jason.
Hey, we've got Melanie from Minnesota.
Hi, first I just want to say thank you for coming to this celebration. My twin sister and my twin best friends came and we're so excited that you're here. My question is for all of you, and I was wondering if you could have only one of the Deathly Hallows, what would it be and why?
Definitely the elder one, because it's the most powerful one going, and there's only 3 in this 5-verse, so
Invisibility cloak. Cool, right? So,
what would you do with your invisibility cloak?
Well, let's do silly things. It'd be like when you're going through like customs at the airport, like what's in the bag? There's an invisibility cloak. I can't see it. It's not exactly. I may actually try that tomorrow.
And get refused entry.
I'm gonna see it on the news. Brother does not make it through TSA. Delayed in Orlando with Justin Bieber.
Anybody else?
It could also be the invisibility cloak, but for a different reason. Like yesterday, because I'm quite socially awkward. I just run out of things to say and whatever. I want to just go and play. And yesterday at the party, I was talking to people, and I saw these cream cakes over there, and I really, really, really wanted to get to the desserts table, and I just wanted to like sneak over. You have to be so grown up and professional and chatty and boring, and I'm not. So
You're like talking to somebody, you're like, all right, let's see. Julia.
All the way at the top here, I have Kenny and Reba from Memphis. And today is Kenny's birthday.
Happy birthday, Kenny.
Thanks. Okay, sorry, I'm just, wow.
Can you do it again so he gets it on camera?
I think everyone should sing happy birthday to Kenny. Everyone, the whole room should sing.
I think you should lead it, Matthew.
Is everyone going to join in? Because I can't sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kenny. Happy birthday to you.
Best rendition ever. He's like, happy.
That was awesome. So, my big question is this. Now, you guys has been to several comic conventions, leaky cons, everything. I want to know what is your most awkward moment with a fan? How many marriage proposals? Like, how many people have just glomped you or what have you?
I was chatting to a guy actually last night who had just had a butterbeer, and he had a huge, like, you drink, you get the foam all there. And I was talking to him for a couple of minutes, and I hadn't the heart to say, questions like, I did say you got a bit there, and you just did that bit, and I still... And I was kind of like... So if you're here, I do apologise, and I hope it's all clear up now.
It's always awkward at those things because those conventions, they bring together lots of fandoms, and sometimes people get confused and mistake you for other actors and other things. So like, I mean, last one I did, there was this guy who came up and was like, I loved you in Super 8, and I hadn't seen the film, had no idea, but we had a whole I didn't want to disappoint him because he was so excited. So I was like, yeah, great, it was a great experience.
You're like, what was your favorite part of the movie? Yeah, me too.
I kind of made my signature a little less legible, so you can keep dreaming, you know?
It's very nice of you.
I had one time, I think it was one of those kind of things, those kind of appearance things, and some guy came up to me in the toilet and he said, hey, have you heard there's someone from Harry Potter here? I was like, huh? Was it? It was a rising star, apparently. It was here. I remember it. I was in the toilet, and but apparently he said something like, "I hear he's a right idiot," and I was like,
"You're like, tell me more."
Yeah, go on. Try and remember his name. What's he called? I love you too, wherever you are.
Devon, you know one?
Yeah, like Evanna, it's been mistaken. Everybody thought I was Wayne Rooney. Not the best compliment in the world, but yeah, I'm not sure where it was. I think it was in Germany or somewhere. And yeah, Wayne Rooney. Fun.
Did you go with it?
Oh no, yeah, I went along with it. So he has a Wayne Rooney autograph. Somewhere with a Seamus Finnigan written underneath it.
One letter at a time.
One letter at a time, yes.
I'm trying to think of really. I remember once, at one of the conventions, earlier in the day, someone came up to us and said, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend today. When we see you, can you hold the ring? I was like, okay. And then it's on your mind the whole time. God, I hope she says yes. Well, I hope I don't lose this ring. And then I had to pass it on to James at the end. And it was like, they came up, and in the end it was throw it back as I get there, and then luckily it all worked well for them, so I hope they're really happy. But it was awkward as hell for me.
Stephen.
This is Kaylee from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hi, can I just preface this by saying I absolutely love all of you. I was just wondering if there are any projects, film or theater that you're working on that we may anticipate from you in the future.
I've just finished another series for BBC called Bluestone 42, which is about a bomb disposal detachment in Afghanistan. So I'm playing Corporal Gordon House, who's an ammunition technician, which has been pretty cool. Quite enjoyed that, and that'll be on BBC in February. I don't know whether you'll be able to get it over here at all, but it might be going on to BBC America at some point, maybe. Hopefully, we'll see.
After Harry Potter, I kind of stopped acting for a while to get back to Ireland, but this year I decided I'm getting back into acting because I'm ready, and I've got to shoot a new pilot this year in the UK. So I've got to get a six-pack, I've got to get muscly, which is hard for me being so skinny and awkward looking. So so I can't really say much about it. It starts filming hopefully in June, and hopefully it'll be picked up by one of the big stations, and they'll make more of them.
I've actually just been travelling, doing travel writing for the last 7 weeks, which has been quite cool. So getting back to the UK, getting back into work hopefully then, and then James and I are down to do a feature film, was it a month and a half time or so? I think when that starts, we're really well prepared, as Evanna was saying earlier about film. So yeah, we'll hopefully get that out there soon.
I've been asked to do a stage show again when I get back to England, so I'm getting the script on Wednesday, so I'll tell you what it is when I see it.
There's a film I was in it's actually out at the moment. There's an indie film called GBF, which stands for Gay Best Friend. Although I am not a friend to the gays in this movie, I play the uber Christian, mean, gay bashing, mean girl. No one likes me. So about as far from Lynn as you can get. But yeah, it was fun, and it's on direct TV. You can see it. I've only a little part, but that. And I've got a feature called Dynamite coming out probably late this year. Played a Jersey girl in it. It's fun.
Aaron?
All right, everybody, this is our last question. I know, I'm sorry, but it comes from Ashley, who is from Indiana.
Hi. Yes, I was wondering, I know obviously your lives probably changed a lot by being in the Harry Potter films. How are you guys able to establish friendships with people when they're so overcome by your celebrity?
To be honest with you, a load of my friends from back home hadn't seen a Potter film until we went with our school. We went on a trip to London from Birmingham, which is about 100 odd miles away. So in UK terms, that's a long way. So we went to London and we're in Covent Garden, and this college sorority were on a trip there, and we were like Oliver and I were 17 at the time, and these girls came and said, "Can we get a photo, please?" So all like 30 girls came in, and also all my friends really liked Harry Potter. So they actually took an interest in it at that point. So I mean, we're very fortunate that the friends we've got back in Birmingham, not Alabama, England, they're all just really supportive, and they just treat us like they always have done. But equally, we're really cool to have made such great friends making these movies as well. So I think it'd be weird if we got starstruck of each other a lot. How are yours?
Yeah, much the same as James. All my friends back home in Leeds, in the north of England. Yes. Back home in Leeds, I've had the same friends since before I started on Harry Potter. You know, I still live there and go back and see all those guys. And so, really, it's not changed my life in terms of my friendships. I've still, really supported a bunch of friends, and since I finished Harry Potter and started working on the projects, they're really, really helpful. Going over lines and scripts and helping me go and take the stuff. So, yeah, really fortunate with that actually. I couldn't have really got where I am today without all my mates back home. So, yeah.
I think it's where you do learn after a while. You can see people if they've got an ulterior motive for getting to know you, or so you can gauge quite often. But as I say, a lot of our mates we've known for years and years, and they're all very much be to the point with people as well, which helps. And I think that's when you know who your true friends are, when they're honest with you about stuff like that.
It's quite nice because we've known each other for such a long time. Obviously, we've all become friends, and then you're friends with my friends, like my mate Nick's backstage. You guys know him now, and he's been on a few tours. And I remember I had my 21st birthday. All the guys came up for my birthday in Leeds, and then all my friends from Leeds sort of just mingling together. It was really strange, but
it was almost like a Harry Potter second rap party.
Yeah, everyone was there, and all my friends. It was just really great. Everyone just gets on. Everyone's so friendly. So yeah, we've got a bunch of friends from work as well.
I've always thought one of the best things about being in this is that it connects everyone. And everyone relates to it. When I start new jobs and meet people, I'm like, oh, my kids love it, and you kind of make friends that way. And it doesn't get in the in waste as much as it opens you up to meeting more people who you wouldn't ordinarily have a lot in common with, and that's been really cool. And I also find I find the best ways, like if people are a little starstruck, just talk about it, just get all the questions out there, like dish all the dirt, everything, and then you have something in common, you have Harry Potter in common. But I have some moments with people, because I know I sound, my accent's gone a bit weird, it's gone a bit American, but I sound a lot like you, and I sometimes, because I teach yoga sometimes, and in class sometimes when you have to do the spacey stuff, meditation stuff, sometimes you'll be like, oh, I just heard Luna Lovegood. Damn. Can't really escape it, but yeah, it doesn't cause a problem for us, and like the guys, I keep all my old friends with me.
For me, like, it's never been really that much of a problem, thank God. Say, a lot of my friends, I've grown up with them since I was like 8 and 9 years old, and then some of the new friends that I've made since are through the horses. And the group of guys that I hang out with, the horses, are great. They kind of keep you so that you can't get too big for your boots, you don't get a big head. I've got to go up there every morning, I've got to clean out the horses' stables, so I'm mucked up to the nines in horse poo, I stink, and they're still my mates. So yeah, I've just been very lucky to have all my mates to support me over the last, say, 15 years. So.
All right, well, you know, that was our last question. I want to get one thing from each of you guys. If you say anything to end this weekend, what would you say right now? To anybody out there or anything?
I know that 2014 has just started, but this is definitely going to be a highlight of the year for me, and I'm sure everybody else is. So just thank you so much for not just this weekend, but since we started doing these things. You know, you guys really are the reason why we were able to be part of such an amazing part of our lives. So, you know, honestly, thank you so much.
Yeah, and thanks for turning up this weekend. I know that the film hasn't come out for 2.5 years now, but it's great to see there's still such an attendance and such a attention for the Potter thing. And hopefully we'll all see you back here later in the summer.
You know, when I'm in the pub with my friends, no one listens to a word I say, and yet you've all sat here attentively and listened to me. So thank you for that. You know, it shows what an incredible fan base that we've got. That you guys just keep turning out years and years later, halfway around the world. It's really spectacular. So thanks for taking your time to listen to us bang on about nonsense. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and the park when it opens.
Say thank you, like, for the continued support, and like I'm speaking for me, but I'm sure the rest of them relate to it. But it has been strange, like finding my feet after Potter, and like I was so comfortable in that world, and having to go out and go on to new ventures, and even the way people take interest in our other projects. That's something like we wouldn't have if we wouldn't have the Harry Potter fans, and it is scary going into something new and that you don't know, and to always come back here and still be like loved and welcomed for these movies is such a treat, and it just warms my heart and makes me feel loved again, which is lovely. So thank you. Hi Dad, this is filming right up there. So hello.
I would say just thanks a million for all the support over the last 14 years. Without all you guys that are here today, like, you're like, if it wasn't for all you, like, there wouldn't have been a second Harry Potter, there wouldn't have been a third Harry Potter. So all you guys that are here, like, you're a part of that, and from that stemmed off this amazing theme park that we have here now. So thanks a million for all the support and for keeping all of us in a job, which is great. And hopefully we'll see you the next time for the opening of the new place.
Alright, guys, thank you so much for coming out to a celebration of Harry Potter. Remember, the expo is still open. Give it up one more time to the cast of Harry Potter!